Today, we are diving deep into the global race for artificial intelligence. It is moving at an absolutely breakneck speed, with tech giants and entire nations all jumping in, all trying to build and define our AI-powered future.
You know, AI is already changing pretty much everything: how we work, how we shop, how we create. But the real question, the big one, is who's actually building all this stuff? And maybe even more important, who gets to control it? So let's get into it.
Okay, so before a single line of code can even be written for some new AI model, a massive, and I mean massive, physical foundation has to be built. The race for AI dominance really starts with this raw race for computing power and the infrastructure to back it all up.
To give you a sense of the scale here, just look at this number, $4 billion. That is what Google is pouring into a single new AI and cloud data center in Arkansas. This is not just some building, it's a total powerhouse. It's the kind of insane investment you need to train the most advanced AI models in the US.
And listen, this is not just happening in the US. Over in India, Tata Consultancy Services, or TCS, just announced they're building a new AI data center with a capacity of 1 gigawatt. To put that into perspective for you, that's enough energy to power a small city. It just goes to show you the global scale of this ambition.
So why spend all that money? Why build all that infrastructure? Well, it's all for one main reason: to put these incredibly powerful AI tools directly into our hands, changing our day-to-day lives in some pretty wild ways.
And check this out. This shows just how simple a really complex idea can become. There's a new pilot program in India where you can literally just ask ChatGPT to buy something for you. In the background, it seamlessly connects to the national payment system, UPI, and just completes the purchase. It's this amazing blend of talking to an AI and real-world shopping.
And this push to make AI easy to use is happening everywhere. Google's developing AI that can actually use your apps and websites for you. YouTube is giving creators all these new AI tools to play with. And AI-powered search is expanding into more and more languages, like the 7 new Indian languages Google just added, which makes it useful for millions more people.
But here's the thing. All these incredible tools don't just build themselves. To stay competitive, to keep innovating, you need people. And that brings us to the next big front in this global race: the strategic push to create an AI-literate workforce for tomorrow.
And when you look at education, you see two very different approaches playing out. In the US, it's often led by the industry, like Intel's AI-Ready School initiative. But in India, it's a top-down government mandate, introducing AI curriculum as early as the 3rd grade. Both are racing to the same finish line, an AI-ready generation. They're just taking totally different roads to get there.
This brings us to the final, and maybe the most crucial piece of this whole puzzle: control. As AI gets more and more powerful, the battle over who governs it, who owns the models, and who sets the rules of the road is getting really intense.
So a key idea you have to understand here is sovereign AI. Basically, it's this idea that a nation absolutely must develop and control its own AI technology. Why? To protect its own interests and to avoid becoming dependent on other countries or big corporations. It's kind of like a declaration of digital independence, and it shapes everything from the economy to national security.
And you can see these moves playing out like a giant game of chess. India's government has set a hard deadline for its own sovereign AI model. You have OpenAI challenging the big dogs in Europe. Corporate leaders like Microsoft's CEO are completely refocusing their companies on AI. And then you have new players like Anthropic expanding into huge markets like India. Everyone is making their move.
But you know what? It's not all just cutthroat competition. Alongside this race, there are some really critical efforts to cooperate. We're seeing joint research centers, like the one between India and the UK, and global summits focused on ethics and AI for good. Plus, companies like OpenAI are actively working to stop their own tools from being used for bad stuff.
So that leaves us with one final huge question to think about. This global race to build national sovereign AI is only getting faster. But what's the end game? Will it result in a more connected world where we all share in the progress? Or are we building powerful new digital borders that will end up dividing us even more in the future? That's something to really chew on.